What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe. Today I have a very exciting video for you. I'm going to be taking you through building the Buff Dudes half rack. I recently just watched their video and honestly it looks awesome. And I recently just picked up a standard bar to be able to load some weights on, but I don't really have anything to obviously do some overhead pressing or squats or bench press, and it's extremely frustrating because I have the weight and I have the bar, but I just don't have the ability to kind of load it the way that I want. So I figured it'd be kind of cool to take you guys through the build of the Buff Dudes power rack, or half rack I mean. Once again, I don't own the blueprint to this. I basically used their video to kind of as a guide to be able to build this, and I highly encourage you guys to definitely check out their video. But yeah, I'm actually going to go pick up some of the supplies that I'll need. I'll put them all on the screen so you're able to see what I'll be using. Yeah, and it should be interesting. Hopefully it turns out good. I just cut both of those 36 inches. So now I got both of my 76 and 36 inch pieces. So now I'm going to move on to just cutting the rest. Alright guys, so I'm going to make a slight modification in the Buff Dudes video. They actually did, so that would be the front and this would be the back. This one's bigger because it needs to be able to support the weight a little bit better. But I think in the Buff Dudes video they went 41 inches. And that would actually bring me way out to here. That's a little bit big for me, so I think I'm going to make a slight modification, and I think I'm going to bring it down to 2 feet or 24 inches. So I think that what that's going to look like is probably right about here. And I'm thinking that will be enough to really kind of give me what I want. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to be going above 300 pounds. That's my goal anyway, so I think it will work pretty good for what I want it to work for. So that's the modification I think I'm going to make, because I don't really need it out to 41 inches, because then I won't really have enough room. I think I want to, I'm definitely going to be keeping it on the patio for now. So yeah, I think that's the modification I'm going to make. So as you can see there, I just cut the first piece. That's a little bit more manageable in terms of the size. I might have to cut that back piece depending on if my bar will fit, because I'm only using a standard bar. I wasn't able to get an Olympic bar. Yeah, so I might have to cut that depending on the size, but I'm just gonna go with that for now. And I'm just gonna cut the second piece. going to be the most individual part because everybody's height's different. So I'm going to customize this to myself. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing slightly below shoulder width for me, so I'm able to kind of get underneath the bar and re-rack it. And then in terms of the bench, I'm going to have to bring the bench up to kind of see where that is. But yeah, I'll be drilling the holes. It's going to be interesting. I think this is going to be the hardest part because I only have one of these like not crappy drills, but just one of these really low impact, low power drills. And I did test it on another piece of wood. I was able to get it through, but it was definitely tricky. It wasn't easy. Yeah, so I'm going to, I think this is going to be the hardest part. So I'm going to measure up those now and start drilling the holes. Alright, so I'm going to actually drill at 50.5 inches. And I think that will probably be perfect for the spots. Yeah, so that's kind of what I deemed, but like I said, everybody will be different. So hopefully this will work. Alright guys, so I fought with it and I couldn't get it through, but I did get it through on this one. So I don't know what I did differently, but I think I have to charge it because I think it's running kind of dead. But I think I'm going to run down to the Home Depot store or Kent and see if I can find some type of hooks. Just for now, I might have to use hooks instead of actually being able to drill it through because I don't know if the drill's strong enough. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to see if I'm going to find some hooks. But right now I currently got the drill charging and I'm going to give it another go once it's fully charged. So I was able to get it through. What I had to do was I had to take another drill bit and then I just drilled around it and I just banged it through. So that's pretty much all I did. Yeah, so now I'm going to move on to actually getting the next one through. And you can just kind of see from the video what I'm going to be able to do that. Alright, so both the bottom pieces are done, and now I want to actually start putting on the top. I'm just worried that beam might be too long at the back, just for the bar that I have, so I might have to cut that, but I'm going to test that now just to make sure. So before I actually put the main beams on, I do need to figure out the bench press, so I'm able to drill the holes for that. So I actually need to bring the bench out to see where that's going to line up, and then I'm going to measure it and actually drill those holes before I actually put the support beams on. So there you can see there's the bench press ones, and then over there is the squat rack ones. Yeah, so that was about 37 inches that I drilled both of those, so we're going to see how that works. But yeah, I actually might go buy more racking pins for the squats, then I don't have to switch it here every time. The goal was to make it adjustable, but I think it would be easier just to have 4 sets in total, so I might go out and buy some more racking pins. But yeah, now I'm going to actually move on to putting these beams on the stands, I guess you'd say. Alright guys, so it actually looks to be good. I don't need to really adjust the bottom. I just put it on there temporarily, so now I'm actually going to put the main support beams, or the rack beams are up now. Alright guys, so I just got one up. That's what it's looking like right now. So I'm going to try to get the other one up. I might have to put a beam on like the 45 going up just to support it, but I'm going to see if I need that. But once I get this other one up, I'm going to test it out. Alright guys, that's what I'm working with right now. It's half finished. I don't think I really need those beams. I'm not really sure if I'm going to put them up, as I'm just going to be doing some lighter work with it. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys a set right now just to show you guys that it does work. Alright guys, that's going to conclude the video for today. The half rack actually turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. In terms of adding weight on, I'm slowly going to be able to do that to kind of test it. They actually released a video where they actually tested how much weight it could hold. Since I didn't really put the supporting beams on, I'm not really sure how much my rack would be able to hold, or how much I actually want to be able to load on it. So for that reason, I'm actually going to go a lot lighter than I normally would, but it still has a lot of capabilities and functions, and it's going to be an awesome addition to be able to actually use with the barbell. In terms of the overhead pressing, like you've seen from the exercises, that was actually pretty challenging. I think I had 85 on there. In terms of squats, I obviously could have went a lot heavier, but I didn't really want to put the rack through that. And since I am working on a small apartment, I don't want to be doing that as well. And also with the bench press, I think it'll be really great for that. And that bench that I made, you can see in the video, I did a video on that, so if you want to check that out, I highly encourage you guys to give that a watch. I'll link that up in the cards above. But yeah, honestly, I'm really happy with it, and it's extremely easy to make. It took me a lot more time than I thought it would, but honestly, with me not being a carpenter or having any, like, I guess you could say handy skills, it was actually pretty easy to follow. So I highly encourage you guys, if you guys are on the fence about it, definitely give it a try and build it for yourself. But yeah, like I said, it's going to conclude the video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I do have a lot of great exciting videos that I have planned in the works. I'm super excited to share with you guys. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and also turn on the bell notifications. If you guys are new to my channel, I do upload 3 times a week. So you can expect uploads every Sunday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. So be sure to turn on those bell notifications and also drop the video a like. It was a really awesome video and I really put a lot of work into making this. So I really appreciate your support and definitely give that video a like. And I'll see everybody in the next one. All right, peace out.